And welcome back to the Main Event Sports Show. We're here live at the Tunaville Tavern on the corner of First and Oak Street, and on the Oak Street side where they have some of the best wings in the city with the Main Event sauce, also known as Jerky Q sauce. Here with my man Rocky, my man Double H Haven Harrington. What's up, world? We back in effect. Got our new Main Event gear. You know what I'm saying? We're rocking the new gear. Got the hoodies, got the long sleeve tees and the short sleeve tees coming.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on, fellas?
Word.
Right.
The gear, man.
gear.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's fresh. It's
You
fresh.
know what I'm
It's all
saying?
nice and soft. It's
Hey,
like Egyptian cotton.
Let me
Good
tell you
Lord.
something. Think about the Main Event Sports Show. So we're not only on the cutting edge of like sports reporting and all those types of things. We're on the cutting edge
Of
of
fashion.
style
Of
and fashion.
everything. Yo,
Okay?
You know how Naughty by Nature was the first rap group to have their own gear? Well, we might be the first sports show to have our own. You know what I'm saying?
telling you.
People don't remember Naughty Gear. They thought Woo Wear was the first. Nah.
Oh,
Naughty,
really?
Naughty
I
Gear was the
didn't even know
first.
that.
It was the first. Any entertainer or any hip hop group to have their own gear, it was Naughty Gear.
Well, you would have thought that NWA created the Oakland Raiders gear. As much
Yeah,
as
you would have
they-
thought so.
I know, right?
And the LA Kings, the Kings
Right.
and Raiders had
How
shit.
much
Had to
stuff
change
they
their
sold for
Right,
them.
right.
Silver and black.
You feel me?
Right.
Wait, everything in California is silver and black. Let's go.
But no, it's a lot going on in sports. I don't know if you would classify it as like breaking news or hot topics, but it's just a lot of little stuff going on here and there in sports, man. You know, maybe
These owners are tripping.
Like-
These owners are tripping. That's the
Yeah.
one thing that's been in the news lately. Like we have one owner, of course. We know what happened with the Patriots owner with the his transgressions.
Bob Kraft.
Bob Kraft
so
down in Florida.
this guy, billionaire, right? A billionaire
Billionaire
with a
with a B.
who's
multi-billionaire.
slumming at a massage parlor. So look, all right, no. Seriously, say you in like one of these little ran down massage parlors, you know, where they give happy endings and the whole nine, and you look up and see Robert Kraft walk in. How do you react to that?
I'm about to get paid.
Like
Right.
About to rain.
exploitation out the world. Cause I'm talking
about
about
to-
if you
I'm
another
about-
customer.
I'm
Say
about
if
to
you
get a
in there,
tip.
like literally you in there.
Right. I know. It would be.
Camera phone all in his
Right.
face. Yo, I'm blackmailing. Yo, I mean, serious. Yo,
Payday.
you in a massage parlor, Happy Fingers, and you look up and see
Fingers.
Robert Kraft walked in, dude. That he must really, really get his rocks off hanging out in spots like this. This is okay. You're a billionaire, right? How do you handle this?
And this was literally the night of the Kansas City
yeah,
Patriots
right.
playoff game.
Right. So look.
So he flew all the way from New England down to Tampa, Florida, wherever it was, someplace in Florida. Got the happy ending. Jupiter, Florida, thank you. got the happy ending.
That's our main man Chris over there, best bartender in
Absolutely.
the city.
That right there is
And
why
then-
he's the best
And
player.
then flew to Kansas City
right.
for the games. Like,
right.
I got this.
On his his ultra private jet. So think about this. You're a billionaire, right? This is supposed to be like you know the routine. Like when I get to my hotel room, you know I need one to lick each armpit. I need one on each foot. You know, y'all, this has been said. We've been doing this for 20 years. Let's not act like we don't know what we're doing here.
I know how
okay?
this works.
You know how this works, right? I need one here, one there. I need at least 10 women in my room. I don't go to massage parlors to get my rocks off. That's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? I'm a billionaire. This is my henchmen take care of this.
I don't want to say
It's
it, but
supposed to be people like
it's
five
kinda-
levels down handling this.
It's kind of like similar to a Louisville basketball player having to go pay for something when they can go to 4th Street Live and get anything they want.
Just walk up to somebody and point it out. And be like,
I didn't want to put it out there. I'm just
well,
saying.
no.
It's
Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
I
Put
tell
out
you
there.
what, though.
It's
What's
true.
my
I'm
man's
just
name?
saying.
Was it
Just saying.
Shane Bohannon that said, no, it wasn't him. But I can't think of his name. He said, man, I ain't never had to pay for nothing.
T-Will.
T-Will is the one that said it.
T-Will, come on, man.
Like, y'all got me messed up. I ain't never had to pay for nothing.
Anytime any of the Louisville players, U of L players go down to 4th Street Live, they can literally go from one end of 4th Street Live to the other end of the 4th Street Live without stopping, walking straight through, and they would pick up anything better than anything I saw in that
And if
book.
you were going to pay for it,
I'm just saying.
does she have to look like Katina Powell? That's all I'm saying.
Once again,
Okay.
better than anything I saw in that book.
That's all I'm saying,
Well,
man.
now, here's the thing. If you're paying for it, you're paying for a reason. You're not paying for the act itself. What you're paying for is to stay anonymous.
The structure. You're paying for the structure behind it all.
What you're paying for is to stay anonymous and for you to go away. And I never see you again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
paying for.
I
I never want
guess.
to see you again.
Well,
I don't
no,
no
that's
phone
not
calls,
okay. We
no
can say that. We
texts.
can say that for Louisville players, but for Robert Kraft, my man.
Yeah,
Even
Robert
Robert
Kraft's
Kraft.
tripping. He's,
Robert
he's
Kraft.
worth
But
$6
look,
billion.
a quick story though. A quick story, man.
was
Close
a
friend of
dirty old
mine.
man.
A very close friend of mine. Him and his cousin. Well, they live in New York. They were up in New York. He sends me a text message like, "Yo, we're walking. We're on our way. We're in, I forgot where we said they were at. This Suburban pulls up. Window rolls down. And man said, "Hey, fellas, would y'all like to go to the game?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." It was the New England Patriots versus the Jets.
Yes.
He said, "Okay, I got some tickets for y'all. The only catch is that you got to root for the Patriots." And they were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" He hands them the tickets. The guy pulls off, and my man was like, "Oh my gosh, it was Robert Kraft." It was Robert Kraft. I mean, literally, it was. That's a true story. But
I believe it. I mean,
he was probably just leaving a massage parlor.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, but you know what? No, maybe Rob just gets down like
But-
that.
Man, I
It's
think
not
I
about-
think he likes. I think the slumminess, the
That's what he
slimy
likes.
slumminess.
But,
It's like
I
the
mean-
cutting edge. You know, rich people, man. They so used to having everything. They like to do stuff like real. You know what I mean?
Well, and
real
now you have
grimy
the
from
owner.
time
I
to time.
believe is it the owner of the hockey team that just got in trouble this week for he had a video of him and his wife out somewhere arguing, and he tries to say
knocks her
like
down on
the
the ground.
video they show him knock his wife out of his chair and snatch a phone from her hand. And when they asked him about it, he said, "Oh well, you know, we were having a disagreement. She fell out of the chair because her foot was hurt.
Even
and
worse.
that's all that happened."
Her response.
But like literally the video.
No. Even worse is her response. His wife.
Yes.
This is what she put out. Ha ha ha. Had a struggle with my husband over the phone, and I fell out of my chair. No big deal. This is his wife saying that.
Right.
In other words, she's trying to clean it up.
Oh yeah,
like,
but it's
Yeah,
like
because
this
that
video.
paycheck's on the
that
line.
paycheck, right,
We
right.
see the
Paycheck's on the
video.
line.
The video is
Because we
out
know
there.
nowadays, you
Dude.
offend somebody black, you offend somebody gay, or domestic violence, your lifeline is cut off.
It's a wrap.
Like people are
It's
like
cut off,
immediately
like,
calling
literally.
for this guy to like lose his franchise.
Right. So look, listen.
Yeah, hey, these checks gotta keep coming.
But
so
dude, I'm telling you, man, these rich
whatever
people,
I gotta say.
it's like it's a real weird thing about them. Like Robert Kraft probably rides around in like a Pinto with tinted windows sometimes, going around picking up
Oh, I bet.
prostitutes. I mean, it's like say
Now
they
you're
do-
going too far.
No,
He
dude.
rides on a limo.
You no, dude. You don't understand. These rich people, man, they've done everything before, so they like to live on the edge sometimes. So he's probably got like a bulletproof Ford Tempo with tinted windows with like limo tint on it that he drives himself, and like even his people don't even know that that's him. It's like that's the same kind of stuff they do.
I like to live dangerously.
Yeah, they like to do that
It's
kind
like
of
Johnny
seriously.
Dangerously's
Yeah.
plug
No,
off, put off the
seriously.
shelf paper. You going down
And,
the
you know,
street.
he probably wears a mask or something.
That is hilarious.
But
Dude,
you know-
these rich people are weird
But
like
you know,
that, man.
I mean, Robert Kraft like does him around like Meek Mill and those guys.
Yeah, so look,
That's
well,
what he
okay,
does.
but
I mean,
Robert Kraft,
that's
at a
what Robert
massage-
Kraft does.
So he
Robert
won't
Kraft
drive a
is-
bulletproof Tempo, but he'll go to a massage parlor to get a happy
Hey,
ending.
well, you know,
Hey.
You never know, man.
you never know. Hey, hold on, one dramatic pause, real quick. Yeah.
I think the battery died.
And we're
And
back.
All right.
But first, let's have a moment of silence.
Hey,
Ooh, swing. This has been stated, re-educated, evaluated. The thoughts of the past have faded. Look, that's what the moment
Hold up. Now, for all the youngins out there, that's self-destruction.
Man, you already know.
For self-destruction.
Right.
man, that was tight.
Google
That
it.
was
You can
tight.
find it on YouTube.
Man.
Self-destruction, one of the greatest like hip-hop albums like in the history of
So
hip-hop. Continue.
the moral of the story is, owners, please, like,
Get your acts together.
yeah, please, get
And
it.
then
Yeah.
Jeannie Buss comes out blaming the media
Oh my good, yes,
for the
this
discord
is the most recent
amongst the Los
Jeannie
Angeles
Buss.
Lakers.
This
The
is,
one who posed half nude.
yeah,
Phil-
it was if
Melania
it was still
Trump.
Thanksgiving.
my stepmother, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or soon to be stepmother. That's Phil. It's my dad's lady. You know what I mean.
It is
Pops,
what it
no
is.
disrespect, but she's been bugging lately.
Jeannie Buss comes out this week and says that this whole Anthony Davis situation, she said all this fake news out here that
Not
we were
the
willing to
fake news.
trade
Did
the
she-
whole.
did she throw the
literally
fake
said
news out?
fake news that the Los Angeles Lakers were willing to trade everybody for Anthony Davis.
They
Fake
were.
news.
And literally, my man, Stephen A. Smith, called her a flat-out liar today on the radio. Now, Jeannie Buss,
You're a flat-out liar.
you are absolutely fraudulently telling stories because everybody knows that Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, the brain trust at the Los Angeles Lakers, would have given every single player plus a pack of chewing gum, some food stamps, and anything else they could to get Anthony Davis to L.A.
And look,
And for her to call fake news is just absolutely ridiculous.
But then Snoop goes on, it's like,
Come on, man.
I'm giving my season tickets away because they effing suck.
and the Lakers right now, fellas,
Struggling.
I've heard that they have officially been.
well, they have not officially been eliminated tonight. They play the Clippers tonight. Okay, there's only 18 games left in the regular season. They're 4.5 games out of the playoffs right now.
Oh, well, they're not nowhere near
But
out of the game.
the problem is that their next 3 games, you have the Clippers tonight, who's a team that's solidly into the playoffs right now. So that's a really good team. Then they play the number 1 team in the West, the number 2 team in the West, the Denver Nuggets, two nights from now, and then they play the Boston Celtics this weekend.
Well,
the Lakers are in big time trouble.
That's only if everybody else wins too. So look,
I mean, but the Lakers are in a position.
when you're playing the ones at the top, it doesn't matter because if you were losing to the ones at the bottom, that means you're falling further and further out of contention. Because if the ones at the bottom are losing along with you, then you're still all good.
But the problem is that when you only have 18 games left in the regular season and you're already 4.5 games out, you're going to have to do more winning than several teams in front of you.
I understand that,
and that's the tough thing. Is that pretty much if they lose tonight, it is going to be very difficult for them. Like they're going to have to go on a serious winning streak. And right now, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, the Lakers literally lost to the Phoenix Suns today. Phoenix Suns are terrible. The Phoenix Suns are the worst team in the Western Conference.
But see, here's the thing.
And they just lost to the worst team in the Western Conference.
LeBron has some players on his team, okay?
He tried to get rid of.
No. Hear me out here.
Okay.
He got some players on his team that would literally tank just so he doesn't win. And there's nothing you can say to convince me otherwise because these guys don't understand the business of the league. Like Shaq came out and said, look, I got traded 6 times. Yank your skirt. I ain't trying to hear all that crying and whining about getting traded. You got players that found out they were traded in the middle of the night.
Well, I think
ain't nobody trying to hear all that, dude. This is the business of the game.
The thing about it though is you gotta understand the personnel on the team. You got a lot of young guys. You know, you got a lot of first and second year players
all
on
up in their
the team.
Feelings.
So yeah, I mean they're still young.
And like I said, they would lose a game just to see, just to keep LeBron. Just to
JaVale McGee, Rajon Rondo, Michael Beasley, those guys know the score.
Dude, these dudes would drop a game just to end LeBron's streak of going to the playoffs.
But I mean,
and you can't convince me otherwise.
But you know what though? LeBron's body language has been terrible. Like LeBron has not looked like he's been very engaged. He
does that every year when he's ready for his coach to get fired.
I mean,
we're used to this. We know this body language.
I mean,
get rid of him.
I have not seen him act like this. I mean, but of course, LeBron's been in the finals how many years in a row? Like 7, 8?
Oh yeah.
When's the last time he didn't make the playoffs? Like his first year with Cleveland? I mean,
hey,
I believe. Like literally, his first year with Cleveland, I think was the last time he didn't make the playoffs.
Well, he's getting coached by Luke Walton.
I mean,
if we're gonna put this on somebody, it's not gonna be LeBron James.
But you can say all that, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's personally helping the situation.
Yeah.
Like I don't see him being the guy who's trying to.
I'm gonna say this.
Kobe would be beating up his whole team by now. I mean, you remember what he did to our man Samaki Walker. He choked Samaki Walker on the team bus. He was always threatening somebody. Michael Jordan used to beat up everybody.
Yeah.
He used to beat up John Paxson and, all them guys. Like
John Paxson.
LeBron is more in that I'm checked out.
I
don't care. Like that's to me been the biggest surprise for me.
Here's what
with him. It's like he don't care right.
He had to go there. So don't get mad at me for bringing this up.
Go ahead and bring it up.
Mike and Kobe. What's the common thread there, brother?
I know.
What's the common thread there?
You don't know. You really don't know what the common thread is.
Phil Jackson?
Phil Jackson, thank you.
I was going to say, but even when Kobe...
Phil Jackson.
Even when Kobe had Rudy Tomjanovich, they made the playoffs.
But they didn't win a championship.
But
he wasn't beating people up.
All I'm saying is LeBron...
Phil Jackson was not a Zen master. Phil Jackson taught violence. That's what people don't understand. He didn't teach Zen. He taught violence. You punch that man in his mouth, and he's going to play for you.
When the Lakers were struggling under, when they first got rid of Shaq, when they first made that trade of Shaq, the
Yes.
Los Angeles Lakers were, life and death to make it. They made it in as an 8 seed in the Western Conference. But Kobe didn't allow his team to slip. Like, he was out there trying to motivate those dudes to get in there. Like, I'm not feeling that for like LeBron. To me,
LeBron's trying to get rid of everybody.
he
What
doesn't
you talking
care.
about
He just
motivate?
doesn't look like he cares. Like,
He
So
trying
if
to
they,
fire
so if they make
everybody.
it in as an AC, then everything's all good.
Here's the thing. You try to
I
fire
don't
the
know.
whole team.
He's got bad body language, man.
Of course,
Okay.
you try to fire the whole team. These bums are still here.
They don't like him. Like
He
that-
don't like them
that
either.
destroys-
So what?
Apparently, his like them either.
And the thing is, with Jeannie Buss coming out and saying what she said, I think that pretty much solidifies it. That but the Lakers were a team on the come up before LeBron got there.
Yeah,
I
come
mean,
up.
they
Not
had
in the
a
West
very-
Conference, brother. They weren't about to do
They had
nothing.
a very strong season last year.
And they were
with-
gonna
with
barely
Lonzo
make the
Ball,
playoff.
Kyle Kuzma,
Yeah.
and Josh Hart. So
And
all I'm
what
saying
seed
is
were they
that,
last year?
Well, no, they didn't
Exactly.
Make, they
Thank
didn't make
you.
the playoffs. But my point being is
He said they want to come up and they didn't make the playoffs. Stop it.
But they were a young team. They were on
Oh,
but they were
gosh.
positive. They were in a
The Golden State
positive
Warriors are young,
upward
too.
track. I just don't know for
Upward
what you're going to
track.
get of LeBron. Like, how many good years does LeBron have left? Like, he's already
2
looking to go off that shelf. He's got 2 years left.
2
Bob?
years.
I was gonna say maybe about 3.
I say 2.
So if you're the Lakers,
Dominant
are you
years.
going to trade all your valuable young assets to get maybe another good year and a half to 2
Yes.
years out of LeBron?
Yes,
Of course,
because
Are you?
what you were trading for.
because like that's the NBA today. I mean, that's like today's NBA.
That's how it goes.
You try
bro.
to get like 2 or 3 superstars.
You build
and roll.
teams to win championships. You don't build teams to develop a championship team.
I don't know.
No, which is true
if you
because
do that.
that's very true because nowadays you don't develop young teams
And I
anymore.
said,
No.
but I say
Now
all
you
this,
go get superstars
To win a
complement.
championship.
But fellas,
to win
what I'm
chips.
saying is,
You're right.
if I'm the Lakers, I am not trading the kitchen sink to try to get Anthony Davis. I'm going to try to go out and get a Kawhi Leonard to come to me via free agency, or I'm going to try to get another, very good
Well,
player
see what
like
you're
a
missing.
Jimmy Butler
what you're missing.
or somebody like
no,
that to come
no,
as a
no.
free
Nobody
agent.
wants Jimmy Butler, dude. Stop it. What you're
I don't
missing, dude. Stop
the
it.
Philadelphia 76ers gave up a whole lot to get Jimmy Butler
Well,
on
they
that
can
roster.
and they can have him. Look, what you're missing is that they were still going to try to get Kawhi in free agency.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
In addition
I
to
wouldn't
Anthony
necessarily-
Davis.
I wouldn't necessarily trade all my young assets, knowing that LeBron is pretty much at the end of that rope. And
Yeah,
that
you're
way,
right.
If you gut your team and then LeBron's gone in a year and a half, then what do you have?
If you got a championship during that time, it's all good.
They're not going to get a championship.
If they had LeBron and Anthony
that's not-
Davis.
I mean, to
If you
me,
make it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
even if LeBron and Anthony Davis are together,
that's
they're still
worth
not
it.
beating the Warriors.
I mean, Western Conference Finals. excuse me.
Unless KD goes to New York. Then you at least have an opportunity. But, I mean, Oklahoma City still has Russell Westbrook,
Stop.
Paul George.
Stop.
They have a very good team.
Stop.
The Denver Nuggets
Stop.
have a very good young
Stop.
team.
They're not winning a championship.
I mean, they're all like 15 spots ahead of the Lakers
Dude, but
in
they're
the West
not
right now.
gonna-
Look, here's the thing.
The
In
Lakers
today's
without
NBA
Anthony Davis.
I mean,
saying
and the Lakers with Anthony Davis, who's going to be there with them?
Oh, man.
In today's NBA, what it's all about is trying to get as many superstars as you can on one squad to make that run. Whether that run's going to be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, that's what you gear up to make that
That's
run.
what you do, man.
Nobody wants to develop young
Dude.
players anymore.
I-
Everybody's trying to go get their
To
superstars
me, if I'm the
to
Lakers,
make that run. That's what Lakers try to do.
To me, it's gonna have to be a package. You're gonna have to get 2 serious players to come.
Honestly,
in
I'm gonna tell you something. I
like,
thought
it
the
needs to
Lakers.
be a Shaq situation.
I thought the Lakers, when they got LeBron James, I thought for sure that they would immediately try to go out and add another superstar.
Well, they wanted to
with
get
him.
Paul George.
Well, they
and
were
Paul
trying.
George turned down the Lakers. Like that to me was a very bad warning sign. When you have Paul George, who's an LA kid, who the Lakers pretty much thought that he was in the bag to come to them last summer, and he turned down the Lakers to stay in Oklahoma. I mean, that to
and
me
we're
was
gonna
the
see,
first
and
sign of
we're
issues.
gonna see what that gets them to.
I mean, but
Oklahoma City.
well, we
is
see
not,
what it's got LA. The Oklahoma City Thunder are sitting in 3rd place in the West.
Nice.
Where's LA?
Yeah, just like last year,
I mean,
Toronto
but
was
where's
number
LA?
1 in the East.
You're gonna talk
It
about you
doesn't
see where
matter.
that gets them. Where's that got LA?
It doesn't matter.
Honestly,
He's in a better position than LeBron is.
Cool.
and that's what kind of surprised.
And
like
so
I
was
said,
Toronto last year, but who
when
went to
they
the
got-
finals?
Man, but this is not the West. This is not the East Coast, brother.
Yeah.
This the
gonna
Western
say
Conference
this.
is a completely different ball game.
When they
Still
got
LeBron
LeBron,
James.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
LeBron
for
is
sure.
sitting in the basement right now.
When they got LeBron, I thought
You're
for
loving
sure
it,
that they
too.
would have had already a deal mapped out for like 2 or 3 other dudes to immediately join them and make the Super Friends over again on the West Coast to be that counterbalance.
Dude, you know what the
power.
Lakers need more than anything?
Help.
Another coach.
I mean,
That's what the Lakers need more
I've
than
seen a lot of people
anything.
trying to put this on Luke Walton.
Dude, Luke Walton.
Okay.
Luke Walton is not coaching any team
But-
to the
but-
championship. It's not happening.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
It's like I told everybody. As long as Anderson Varejao is your center, I don't care what team it is, you're not winning the championship. As soon as they got rid of that bum, Cleveland won the championship.
well, and LeBron.
And who
went
did they
away.
beat? Who did they beat? They beat the team that they traded Anderson Varejao to, the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, that's so true.
But
Ouch.
You kind of
It's
skipping.
Anderson Varejao is on your team.
You're
not winning.
like
You're
5
not
years in between.
winning
Doesn't
a
matter.
championship.
You're not
They
winning.
traded him. That's how they beat Golden State. They traded Anderson Varejao to Golden State.
Yeah, well, you know.
All of a sudden, we're down 1 game. They up 3-1. Anderson Varejao didn't get no clock, and he still made them lose. They came back from being down 3-1 and won the championship.
That's talent.
History making. Anderson Varejao, you will not win a champ. I told people that before they even trade. As long as that man is on that team, they're not winning the championship.
Enough talking
He's a
about
slut
teams that
blocker
are not going
basketball.
not going to make the playoffs. Let's talk about the hottest team in the NBA right now.
It's who?
And that would be the Utah Jazz.
Slow down.
Donovan Mitchell, NBA Player of the Week, Western Conference NBA Player of the Week, averaging 35 points,
Nice.
5 rebounds,
Nice.
5 assists,
Nice.
shooting
Oh.
44% from
Nice.
3. 3-0 this week, knocked off the best 2 teams in the NBA.
Nice.
Knocked off the Denver Nuggets. They knocked off the Milwaukee Bucks back-to-back
Nice.
games. Very impressive. So in their 5 games since the All-Star break, they are 4-1, and their only loss was a double overtime loss to Oklahoma City.
Did you know what?
Amazing.
Nah, you going to miss LeBron James when he's gone.
No,
You and a whole lot of
no.
other people.
No,
You and a
what
whole-
does
y'all
LeBron
gonna
James-
miss
what does
that man
LeBron
when
James
he's
got
gone.
to do with the
No.
Jazz?
Yeah, I'm
trying to
saying.
I'm trying
I'm
to
just
congratulate
saying.
Donovan Mitchell.
Nah,
And
I'm
here
just
comes-
making a point. You going to miss him so. Because you know what? You're
No,
going to
he
have
won't.
nobody
Here
left to hate
No,
on.
Here
no,
comes
no, he
Eddie
won't.
He's
Kane.
going to miss him.
No,
Yes, he
Here
is.
comes Eddie Kane trying to come in talking about everybody love Eddie Kane. Everybody want to be me.
I'm gonna tell you why he won't. Because
You
as
want
soon
my
as
spot
LeBron
flash?
leaves,
Do you?
as soon as LeBron leaves, that means his man, KD, can
Oh,
finally get some
dude,
shine.
KD, dude, Kevin Durant, dude, he is
Hey,
one
first
of
of all,
the most overrated players in the history of
him,
NBA.
Call him Mr. 2-time MVP.
Okay,
Finals
I'll
MVP
call him
is
whatever
what
you want to call him, dude. Kevin
Just call him
Durant
that.
is
Just call him
he's a
that.
part-time sucker, dude. That's what Kevin Durant is.
Part-time sucker.
That's what Kevin Durant is a part-time sucker.
But no, I mean,
He's a fake and a
I'm
fraud
trying
and a part-time broad.
Oh,
I'm
LeBron
trying
James'
to
shadow.
congratulate the Utah Jazz for continued
Congratulations.
success. They should have had 2 kids in the All-Star game. They ended up having none. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert both.
They got
should have been in
replaced
the
by
All-Star game.
Dwayne Wade and Dirk
They got-
Nowitzki.
Right. They got D Wade and
My father
Dirk
Tom.
Nowitzki.
Anderson Silva
I
made the
mean,
call. Sorry,
come on,
fellas.
man. But
But
you
my
know,
man who can't walk us his back is that bad.
Y'all got plenty of time left.
yeah, it's, I mean, but they're young. But the Utah Jazz, they are on the way up right now. They're sitting in 6th place in the Western Conference. They could probably finish as high as 2nd place, just depending on how it goes these last 18 games. There's about 2 games separating them from the top to number 2. So we'll see what happens with that. They still have the Portland Trailblazers ahead of them, Oklahoma City Thunder. They're, I believe, 3.5 games behind the Denver Nuggets right now for second. So we'll see what happens with that. The NBA is still fantastic. I'm very, very excited to see how
You
this
should be.
finishes.
It's great. It's awesome.
Can't wait. Hey, now, Haven, let me ask you. Of course, we had one other big pro event go on this past weekend, the NFL Combine. The biggest event that doesn't mean anything at all when it comes to actually playing football.
Hey, there is money
But
to
the
be made.
NFL has overhyped the most meaningless, event. Literally, the NFL Combine is the biggest waste of time.
No, that'd be the NBA Combine.
That's an even bigger waste of time.
There's a such?
But-
There's such a thing?
It's like the high school gym
But,
in Chicago.
did anything stand out to you in watching
Hold it
a
in a
bunch
park.
of dudes in shorts and halter tops out there in Indianapolis this past
know what?
weekend?
It wasn't as hyped as it was last year.
You
Last
should
year
get
was
like
a big
enough
deal.
of disparaging the greatness it is, the NFL Combine.
Oh, God.
Because a lot of players made some money, and some players may have lost some money because of the Combine.
Benny Snell.
Yes. I was going to say it, but yes. Benny Snell.
He didn't
who
do
ran-
good. He didn't do
Benny
well.
Snell ran like a fast offensive lineman in the 40
Yeah,
yard.
it was like a 4.7 for running back.
Wee.
Yeah, that's like.
Oh,
Yeah.
wee.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, he has tape, so as long as you go by the tape or don't go by his combine numbers, you'll be very impressed. But I know he literally may drop a couple of spots
a
in the
couple
draft
of rounds.
because of that 40
Benny
time.
Snell was projected it to be maybe the 4th running back taken. Okay, so he was projecting as maybe a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Now, he might be looking at 5th, 6th round.
All over a combine.
All over that.
Yeah,
well,
a
because
40, a
at
40.
40 time, when it comes to the running backs, at least there's a direct correlation. Like, there's really no need to watch an offensive lineman run a 40. I'm just saying.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's not true.
That to me
That's
is
not
kinda
true. Depends on
silly.
the offense. Now, if you have an offense where you have to pull those guards all the time,
Yeah, but
then
that's
then
more
you
about
want
the
that running.
agility drills. That's more about the agility drills than
Yeah,
it
but
is
sometimes
straight
that's
line
speed
40
because
yard.
You'd be surprised, man, because hey, you're going to pull somebody
But-
from one side of the line to the other, and you want them to block downfield. You want a guy that can get ahead of running back.
But I would
and block
say
the run
that
backs
the
downfield.
cornerbacks, the wide receivers, and the running backs are probably the 3 positions that are very important. The 40-yard line,
Oh,
the
very
40-yard
important,
dash
yeah.
is very important to all 3 of those positions. So I think with Benny, that really hurts him.
Hurts a
that
lot.
really hurts him. I mean, so we'll have to see what happens with him. Louisville's Jalen Smith did have a very, very good combine. He ran a 4.45, 4.46
And for a
40.
big receiver,
Nice.
For a receiver that's 6'4", measured in about 220 pounds.
man, that's impressive.
He had 17 reps on the bench press, which was very nice. He caught everything in the drills.
With how much weight?
So he did very good.
225.
And he had a very bad.
I could do that.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Hey, get it. But I
Nah, I
mean,
can do 10.
He
I don't
had
know
a
about no
very
17.
bad Senior Bowl. So there was a lot of negativity surrounding him coming into the combine, and he shut up a lot of people that were hating on him. So
Yeah, I mean,
17. That's I could do 12.
he's one
I
of
think,
those
with 225.
guys. I'm
I don't know
gonna
about
say this.
17.
Jalen Smith's probably one of those guys that, because of his Senior Bowl performance and the film they have on him, his last year at U of L, this probably moved him up around. This maybe take him for maybe the 6th.
and if I'm Jalen,
To
I'm
the
telling them,
5th
please
round.
watch my junior year tape and just kind
And
of
burn,
burn
yeah.
the senior year tape.
Honestly, Jalen, if I was you and they come to interview you, man, I would throw Bobby underneath the bus. I would literally just be like, he was a horrible coach. He wasn't there. The wide receivers coach was straight trash. That's why everything went down. People
Hey, but
started
you know what? To his
Nobody
credit,
could throw me the ball.
he did not do anything. Like, he was very complimentary of Bobby Petrino. He was very complimentary of everything that happened there at Louisville. So I was
Well, that's the way
surprised
you're
he didn't
supposed to
say.
be, man.
That's
you're
what it's
not
supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You
what's
gotta,
supposed
you
to
gotta
be the bus.
give them the party,
And,
the company line, man, and just keep it moving, man. Nah, when you bad mouthing people, man, that gives an indication of how you're going to treat other people. When things don't go as well wherever you end up at. So no, you just give them the company line, man, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he took the high road, and especially when they're doing all the interviews, they want to say, is this guy going to be a guy who's going to
Be a
blame
team player.
everybody and be a team? Yeah, so
Right,
I mean,
right.
that comes a lot into it as well. I'm sure if you got Jalen behind some closed doors, there'd be
he's
some
straight trash,
Right.
man.
Right. No,
They're
these
probably
guys,
different
these guys.
things
Somebody
going
I was talking to yesterday complimented how well these athletes are doing with minding their manners and minding their sportsmanship and also their etiquette when they are being interviewed. Now they're getting a lot better with that. They're being a lot
absolutely.
better coached on that, man. So no. Keep up the good work,
Yeah,
fellas. And
all you young athletes out there, how you speak, how you present yourself is almost as important as anything you put on film, almost important as any stats that you accumulate. Doesn't matter what sport it is, basketball, football, baseball, how you're able to speak and present yourself. And not just athletes, young people. When you're going in for,
Period.
for,
In general.
for when you're going out speaking in front of people, job interviews, how you speak and how you present yourself is very important.
Right.
So those things
if
you
you don't
always gotta
believe
do.
us, watch Jerry Maguire. It matters, man. You got to have that, that
Quan, man, you got to have a
You got to have that rapport with people. It makes
Absolutely.
a difference. It makes a huge difference. Watch Jerry. That's one of my favorite movies, man. I
Really?
love, dude. And when I'm channel surfing and Jerry Maguire is on, I don't care what part of the movie it's in. I gotta watch it to the end. I
Congratulations,
love.
you're still my agent.
Yeah, right. I love that movie, man. I don't know
So
what it
what
is
you gonna
about
do, Jerry? Show me.
He's
the
like, quiet.
That's hilarious. I love it. Cuba Gooding.
Man, I love that movie. I love it, man. You
Probably my
shoplifted,
favorite
you
Cuba
shoplifted the
Gooding movie
Poontang. You shoplifted the Poontang. Look, no, that movie's great, man.
But but you know what, fellas?
I didn't shoplift any Poontang.
Okay, hey, quick question before we cut for the show.
Bosa, first round.
Favorite sports movie?
Any given Sunday.
Favorite sports movie?
Jerry Maguire.
He's gonna be something stupid like
Favorite
Sandlot.
sports movie? The Program. Love it.
Nah.
the program.
Yeah.
Nah, Jerry Maguire easily.
Any
man.
given Sunday, man.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Glory Road is my favorite sports movie ever because I get to
Or
watch great
Remember the
acting,
Titans.
and you can't lose at the end.
Remember the Titans. Look, I'll go either Jerry Maguire or Remember the Titans.
Very nice.
You know what?
Nice.
I'm surprised you didn't say Rocky.
Of course, right.
Hey, speaking of which, Creed 2,
Awful.
loved it.
No, that movie was awful.
Was it
thumbs
really
up.
bad?
Dude, it was terrible. First of all, they added stuff into the movie that wasn't even presented in part one. Like the fact that she's losing her hearing and deaf.
That
wasn't part one.
When?
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 That was like the first thing that she talked about.
Yeah, that's one of the big
Okay,
problems.
well, I must have missed that part.
Yeah, that was
she
huge.
losing hair,
Dude,
yeah.
that movie was terrible. The first fight came up too soon.
It was interesting
in the script.
because like what they did was they almost tried to mix Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 together.
It was terrible.
So it was very interesting.
Then
the,
the
way they did it.
backstory on Ivan Drago. Didn't nobody need to know all of
Hey,
that.
everybody wanted to know what happened to Drago. After
That's
he
why
lost.
she left
I always
us.
wonder what.
Who cares?
She left me for. You know what? You know what's so sad? Like if you really follow like the whole logic of Creed,
Creed
Bridget
2 is
Nelson
terrible.
leaves him for Flavor Flav. Like the first, it's
If you follow the the chronology of it, yeah.
like how low is your career that your woman leaves you for the ugliest man on earth?
Man,
Flavor Flav.
that's rough, man.
That's terrible. But,
That's
but
horrible.
I liked it. I love Creed 2. So go out there.
I
to
did
your-
not like that movie,
you
man.
Get it
That was
on
a
Blu-ray or
terribly
DVD
written
right
movie.
now.
Yeah,
So there
maybe
you
they
go.
did mention she was going deaf in the movie,
And
but
it's in 4K. There you
it
go.
just jumps into it. The fight starts like 10 minutes into the movie. It did no build up to it because that way, because
It
they
was
had.
hey, so now people ain't seen it yet, so don't.
If you ain't seen it by now, come on, man.
Any given Sunday.
Dude, remember the
Stephen Willie
Titans?
Stephen Willie Building was great. I love the Hoosiers. I love Hoosiers. That's a great sports movie.
You know what? I honestly thought you were gonna say Mighty Ducks. Was like your favorite sports movie.
Not good. Wait, what's his name?
What about the
Gecko?
Water Boy?
Oh,
With
God.
Jesse Smollett was like a Mighty Ducks too.
Yes.
Is a fat kid.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay. There's a lot of
Jesse
good sports
Smollett.
movies.
Now he's
Man.
paying people to beat him up.
Sunset Park. You know what I'm saying?
Look, how upset was this man with his salary where he's got $3,500 to give somebody to whoop his behind? How bad off are you when you can spare that kind of money? I know some people that would have beat him up just for living.
Right.
I mean,
For free.
For free.
He's famous. I do this.
$3,500, and he wrote a check.
I would've done it.
He wrote a check. He wrote a check.
Wow.
Dude,
And why the two guys he get?
they were former extras on Empire.
No, worse than that. Why did they look like Full Force from House Party?
We're gonna kick your freaking. I ain't gonna do it.
That's
Yeah, Full Force from House Party. To rough him up.
Well, fellas, I think it's about time for us to go ahead and make our breaks. Appreciate the folks out here at Tunerville Tavern, always taking care of the Main Event Sports
Big
Show.
Chris.
Be on the lookout for the Main Event gear coming
it's
to a
coming
store
out.
near you or
Coming
website near
out.
you. Hey, man, this is some of the hottest stuff out right now, man.
Word up.
Yo,
To
imagine
quote the RZA
how we
for
gonna
the new
look,
year, simply
look up
Wu
in
Wei.
that press box come football season, man.
Hey,
We're
it's
gonna be
real.
some,
This
is
yo,
it.
we're gonna be sharp, man.
It's real.
That's how we
It's
do,
real.
man. Hey.
Eating that complimentary meal, man. We go.
Hey, they feed you good.
They do,
That's
they
what
do.
Oh,
always
come
do.
football season,
Ooh.
we're going to be fed very, very well because my frat brothers,
do tell. Oh,
they're going to tailgate every game. We've been
boy.
invited.
every game. Hey,
Every
beyond
game.
that, somebody told me March the 25th. We got a fundraiser coming up at the Tunaville Tavern. Tell
That's
us
right.
more about that.
March
There we go.
25th.
I'm sorry. Did you know about it
2-1.
already, Chris?
He did not.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's over there like,
does
no, you
now.
don't. No, you don't have a fundraiser coming up. Damn you.
Like, get ready.
March the 25th, 2-1. My man Sean Gardner's going to be in the house. It's going to be packed full of people.
Tell
It's
us
gonna be a
more
great
about Two
time.
Not One.
Two Not One is one of the greatest organizations in the city of Louisville. I've been following these guys since he started Two Not One. And what Two Not One is, he's helping fathers sustain the lives of their children.
Nice.
So it's
So I
it's
get
a
it. So
great
two
cause.
parents, not one, do a better job at raising.
That's right. Two Not One.
That's dope. That's a dope
You know,
concept.
he helps guys, navigate the legal system to get custody back of their kids and parenting skills. Right now, they're doing a rites of passage for. They have some youth component as well, where they help work with the kids. So now they got
Wow.
a rites of passage program the kids are going through. So man, it's awesome.
That's
It's
dope.
awesome.
Also, I told you, a young lady who is the granddaughter of Coach Graves, who was the coach of Central
Where I
High
remember that.
School. When they won the champ, they were the first all-black team to win a championship
Yes.
in the state of Kentucky. And he also he fought legally to eliminate some of the bad refereeing that was going on in some of the games that he was playing in, where there were a lot of obvious biases. He was just honored in Frankfurt a couple of weeks ago, as well as the team. We're going to have his granddaughter's going to come in and tell us some stuff about the ceremony in
Awesome.
Frankfurt.
That's what's up.
On that the same night, March the 25th, y'all. That's going to be a huge night. Be here at Tunaville Tavern on the corner of First and
7
Oak,
o'clock.
and on the Oak Street
We're
side.
gonna be an hour early.
We're
7
gonna, yeah,
o'clock.
look. We start on time when we got company. Okay,
So there we
look,
go.
when we got company. We got
Start
we're
early.
gonna have a
It's going
tablecloth and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll have it all special.
Singing slow
Smelling like
melodies.
potpourri up in here, so no. But seriously, March the 25th is going to be a huge night. Show up, show out. Don't meet us there, beat us there.
I like
I
it.
stole that from Bishop Don Magic Wand.
Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that.
I like that.
Nothing at all.
And I stole this from Frederick Douglass without any struggle.
There is
There's no progress.